Hey, Virgo, intuitive soul coach here with your March 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Virgo, wow, whatever you have going on here, it looks really good. In the month of March, there's something new and exciting showing up, maybe even a little bit of risk involved. You have here good motivation. Woo! Okay, you have the Tower, so definitely some sort of risk involved. Something exciting, I feel, something that you are transitioning maybe into a new energy, because it is showing up in reverse. So instead of it being a painful transition, this could be a much needed transition. Maybe meeting the love of your life, right? This could be an ending that brings in a new beginning. I just get this energy of shifting into a new vibrational frequency, regardless of relationship status, because you've learned or you've come to the end of a cycle and you're ready to move up. Okay, there's another sign that also received this energy as well. And it may feel a little bit chaotic, but I actually feel like there's more excitement than there is chaos, or it's a combination of both of those emotions fueling the energy. Yeah, look at that final outcome. Okay, so starting off, you have the climbing. This is moving up in your love life. This is ascension. And it's interesting to notice this rock climber. He is on the side of a mountain, and that does not look easy. It's not like it's a straight path upward. It's almost like defying all odds, right? Hanging on to this limb. And I feel like you've hung on to a situation for maybe longer than you had wanted to, or maybe someone has hung on to you that actually kind of weighed you down here, because I see that there's something that's felt almost a little bit heavy in your energy, and maybe it's the strength that's crossing you here, but I feel like you're ready to take something to the next level. And in order to do that here, Virgo, the Tower, some sort of destined or fated energy is coming in, because look at that. You have the divine guidance card. So there could be divine intervention taking place for you this month in a big way. But it's leading you to more motivation. It is leading you to something much more exciting. This could be passion, intimacy, pleasure, trust. It can stir things up a little bit where I feel like you're jumping into the mix of things. Okay, something is happening in a big way and you're jumping in. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas, 5 major arcanas showing up here, 4. So this is a big transitionary month for you that is leading you directly towards, I feel, a second chance at love, whatever that may be for you. Okay, it could be in a current existing relationship, Virgo. It could be in a brand new beginning where, again, some sort of fortuitous divine intervention takes place for you this month, where if you were single last month, well, look out, because I don't know if you're going to be single by the end of March, right? For those of you that have been maybe weighing up some decision in your life, if you've gone through a karmic relationship or a soul contract that has been a little bit challenging for you, not just a little bit, a lot of it is what I'm hearing. So it's been difficult. There's an exciting new beginning coming in here. Yeah, because look at this. You have divine guidance at the bottom of the deck. You have some sort of steady growth through all of this, through the challenges, and then you have the upcoming adventure. There could be something in the woodwork, something planned, excitement coming in. Some of you could have a traveled vacation or a traveled trip planned, possibly to maybe the mountains or the water. Okay, I also see here that it's like the worst is behind you in matters of the heart. And look at this. We also have here love and relationships showing up. So if you've gone through a period of spiritual awakening, which either you're going through it, you've gone through it, or someone around you is going through it, I feel like you are listening to your intuition. And this Tower could be something that you have shattered within yourself. It could be an old belief system. Sometimes this is a belief system that we shatter from within. So many times we look at the Tower and think it has to be external. Well, it certainly could be here for you, Virgo, but this is also about freedom. It is a revelation. It is a major awakening. And I feel like there's unexpected change that comes in here that will take you by surprise. But if you are truly tuned in to your intuition, which I see you are with this High Priestess card, it's not really going to be a surprise, because on a deeper level, you have this knowing that you are in a soulmate connection, or you've learned some valuable lessons, or you are calling in, maybe even dreaming about your soulmate, even if you've never met them before. So the Tower in reverse is saying you're opening up here to a new way of being. I feel like your life could completely shift excuse me, and level up within the next 4 to 6 weeks. Now, what's crossing your path is the Strength card. Your dedication will be tested. Your endurance has been tested. But the Strength card has been showing up for a lot of signs in the month of March. And I feel like March is a very big awakening month in matters of the heart, within our pleasure and our intimacy and trust and Kundalini energy and tantric energy, right? It's all coming together here, and it's setting a lot of souls free in a way where old belief systems are being shattered in order for you to call in maybe your divine feminine or divine masculine. Okay, the Strength card is saying here that you've maybe at times questioned your own strength, your own shadows, weaknesses. This is the card of self-discipline as well. So I do feel here for you, Virgo, with the Strength showing up, Leo energy. This can be about your own shadows or sabotaging behaviors at times coming to light so you can become aware. So it can actually fuel your inner strength so you don't repeat lessons that you've already gone through. So you can level up here. So you can move up to the next level. So it doesn't have to be so difficult the next time around. Okay. And I feel like it's almost like, this is so interesting. They're giving me Guitar Hero. If you've ever played Guitar Hero, there's different levels of expertise. And one of the levels, well, I think the highest one is expert level. And man, if you can do expert level on Guitar Hero, awesome to you, right? There's the beginner or the easy level. And it's like you've had to work your way through the different levels. But for some of you, it's like you've hit some sort of expert level on a situation. And I feel like you are or graduating to the expert level because you've mastered what you needed to learn in a specific contract or in a specific relationship or within yourself. What's below you here? Some sort of ending. Like I said, the past is behind you, or you're putting the past behind you. It may have been that you've lifted some sort of anguish that may have actually felt heavy. And that's what I was talking about here. And even though this looks like maybe a water jug hanging from him, it actually kind of reminds me of a very big weight, right? It almost feels like it's pulling down, gravity pulling you down a little bit. So some sort of experience may have felt very heavy, very difficult, very painful. A loss, a death, an ending of a situation, right? This is in your foundation. So this is something that's happened to you in the deep past that has left a scar on your heart. Okay. But I see here that the reason why you've gone through this situation was for you to rebuild a sense of confidence within yourself instead of fearfully yearning. Because sometimes after such a tragic loss or a painful experience of the heart, we tend to yearn, but stay in a sense of fear because we don't ever want to go through that 10 of Swords again. I mean, that's not fun, right? But the Queen of Wands showing up in your recent past is saying, all right, I've taken a look at some of my own fears, maybe jealousy, abandonment. This can be insecurities. It can be our own ego, right? It can be vengeful or catty energy, bitterness, resentment. When the Queen of Wands, when she hasn't fully embraced her higher vibrations, she can definitely let her insecurities and her vengefulness get the best of her at times. And I feel like that's what you are graduating from, or you have mastered the art of sending someone some sort of well wishes. Okay. How do I put that? It's almost as if maybe you see that someone has moved on, or perhaps some sort of past experience, you finally see it for what it is. Or this could be within your own childhood. I feel like there is forgiveness here, but forgiveness of self as well, Virgo. And someone may have brought out some bad sides of you, or some, I don't want to say bad, but some shadows, because we all have them, right? That's part of this polarity here on earth, is there's always some sort of light and dark. And this situation may have brought out some of your shadow aspects, but I feel like you are now confident in trusting your own intuition and your own abilities, because the high priestess says that there's an intuitive piece of you. This is the divine feminine who has a sense of inner wisdom that can be very secretive, very mysterious, right? She is all about her intuition. She doesn't need to go out and, blab it to everyone, or, be in that spotlight. She can just sit behind the curtain, and she is the all-knowing, right? So I feel like you've done a lot to hone in on your own intuition. So now it's time for you to start trusting it. Okay. And because there was the 10 of Swords, some of you may have second guessed your own intuition. So when it comes to love, I feel like you are on par. You know now what you didn't know or couldn't see, or you weren't meant to see it in that situation. But now that you're out of it, or you've come a long way, you're unstoppable. So even though the Knight of Swords is showing up here as an energy of maybe impulsivity, sometimes the Knight of Swords, he can be a very quick energy, but I feel like you are keeping your cool in a way, or someone who may have been in your life who was inconsistent. Okay. You are moving up, and you're saying, hey, I want you to reach this king or queen status with me, but I'm not going to deal with this inconsistency, this impulsivity. Either you're with me or you're not. Someone may be making their way towards you because they believe in this union, okay? Or maybe you believe in this union and you want to advance. I also feel for some of you, you are taking a risk. You're trusting your intuition. You're putting yourself out on the line with the Strength card and the Tower. And I see here within your energy, there's been a loss that still affects you. We see that with the 10 of Swords. Swords is mental. So you may be caught up in your head at times. That's conflicting with your emotions, because what are emotions? They are a reaction based on our thoughts. And because we have the 10 of Swords showing up in your foundation, you keep having some heavy emotions around something that you're thinking here. And you may be thinking it's going to repeat itself. History repeats itself, or you may be thinking your insecurities are going to flare up, or some triggers are going to happen here. But I do see that you're healing some sort of a loss. And now you've allowed yourself the space to maybe grieve, or to sit in some sort of reflection. But I don't think you're going to sit in it for long, because you're reassessing your priorities with the 2 of Coins. You're going to choose a path that's in your highest good based on intuitive guidance. Okay, 2 of Coins here is reassessing and setting some new priorities, and it's also infinite. You can see here the infinity symbol, the 8, which we are in an 2024 year. And so this time around, you have the opportunity to explore a new path, one that maybe you've never walked on before, or walk towards before, because you were kind of going around in a loop. But this time around, if you go around this loop again, you're going to react differently. You're going to respond differently. That's what you're in control of, right? You've learned some very valuable lessons, and you may see that when you respond differently, the universe is going to bring you something different. So you have a decision to make here in the month of March. What's that decision about? Okay. Opening your heart up, to allow some sort of attraction to come in, Knight of Cups. I'd much rather see the Knight of Cups than the Knight of Swords. And let me tell you why. Because the Knight of Swords, he can be very, he thinks rationally, and as soon as he has a thought, he acts on it, and it can be quite impulsive. Now, you may be thinking, well, Melissa, doesn't the Knight of Cups do the same with his heart? Absolutely, but it takes more courage. It takes more vulnerability, I feel, with the Knight of Cups to allow himself to open up, even if his thoughts are telling him, don't do it, right? Don't go back to that energy, or, you're just going to fail, or, whatever limiting beliefs that we get caught in our head due to an experience, due to social norms, due to family traditions, whatever we've been taught, or whatever we've gone through, whatever we're conditioned to believe. But the Knight of Cups is keeping that heart open regardless of what you believe, right? It's about allowing yourself to chase those passions and those desires and wear your heart, I don't want to say on your sleeve, even though the Knight of Cups can, but it is about following your heart. It is about you being able to love after loss. It's about you being able to allow that flow of attraction to enter your world, even if the mind is telling you to not do it, right? So sometimes this Knight of Cups, he's attractive, he's appealing, he wants to move with the flow, but your fear is interrupted appeal. Your fear is that maybe someone could be a sweet talker here, okay? The fear is that someone isn't necessarily king or queen status, and you keep attracting knights. Okay, for others of you, if you are single, it starts with action, or it actually starts with a page, so communication. But I feel like you have a lot of love to give. Don't close down your heart because it's been hurt in the past, is a message that I'm getting here. I'm also hearing the name Kevin. Kevin could be significant, or Brian. Kevin or Brian, those are very common names. But we have as your final outcome here, the Judgment card. The Judgment card is the card of karma. Okay, it is about letting go of regrets. It's the card of forgiveness, Scorpio energy here as well, but it's the card of spiritual awakening and second chances. Yes, something maybe went down in flames in the past. Maybe there was a karmic cycle or a relationship that you were meant to learn. It could have been a situation where you felt like you've reaped some sort of negative consequence based on that experience. But this is a time for you to open up, Virgo. It is a time for you to change your life for the better because you've done the evaluating. You've gone through the awakening. This is a time for you to redeem yourself in ways that call for action. That's why you have two action knights showing up here. This is the card of second chances, rebirth, forgiveness, and healing wounds of the past, releasing judgments upon oneself or others, and definitely letting go of, again, some sort of karmic cycle that you've gone through, and allow yourself a second chance to do better. Because as I say, when you know better, you can do better. And you know better now, but also you also know to not shut yourself down, because maybe that was part of your healing, is to kind of go in hibernation mode for some of you. Maybe that's part of the Tower, saying don't shut yourself down. Don't hold on to some sort of rage or hang on to some insecurities, or don't get into a victim mindset, because the Tower here is, I feel, a good thing. It's freedom. It is needed change that allows you to take it to the next level, right? If you keep playing Guitar Hero on the easy level, yeah, you're going to master it, but you're only going to stay at that level, right? And next, when we hit that next tier, instead of hitting every single 100 note streak, right, we're going to start to miss some notes because we have to practice and we have to get used to incorporating new chords into the mix, new buttons, new songs, right? There is this energy here of change that is required, but don't fear, because you have what it takes to really thrive and survive, is what I'm getting. Thrive and survive. I want to clarify, I'm going to pull another card on this Tower. Spirit, please tell me about the Tower, because we have so many major arcanas here for you. It's a big month. Spirit, please tell me about the Tower showing up for Virgo. Yeah, Two of Wands, another choice card. Two of Wands. So you have a choice here about freedom. Okay. You've done a lot of soul searching. You already know what to choose. You already know the path. Some of you are asking yourself, you know, is the grass greener, right? I always say the grass is greenest where you water it. But also, if you are sitting in the middle of a yard that doesn't have the ripe conditions for grass, then why are you sitting in it, right? It can't, no matter how much you water that lawn, if the conditions aren't ripe, you're not going to grow any grass there anyway. So the grass is going to be greener on the other side. And with this Two of Wands showing up with the Hermit, I feel like this is either going to kick you into some deep soul searching, or you've already done the soul searching here. And the Two of Wands, there could be a fear of either going it alone, or there could be a fear of putting yourself out there and being hurt. Whatever this is for you, I feel like it's actually putting you in a better position. Let's see what happens here with the Strength showing up. If you don't succumb to weaknesses, right? If you persevere, if you keep on going with the Strength, what's the outcome? Okay, I just seen that Three of Swords. You're going to move on from pain. Look at that. Wow, look at that. There's the page. There's the Page of Cups. So we see the Knight of Cups. And remember what I said, it starts with a page. It starts with a new beginning, communication, opening up. You're moving on here with the Six of Swords from some sort of heartbreak or heartache or something that's caused you a lot of pain. Even if this was 10 years ago. And you may be thinking, oh, Melissa, how does this even play into what's happening now? Well, are you still single? Or are you still going through some challenges with a current maybe relationship? Because underlying energy, there's something that's still affecting you, whether you're aware of it or not. But I feel like whatever Tower, whatever choices and changes that are being initiated into your energy, Virgo, are going to pull you away from that pain in order for you to open your heart up and communicate and have a new beginning. When the Page of Cups shows up here, this is some sort of news or message. It could be a romantic invite. It could be the beginning of a new relationship. It could be playfulness. So this is really good. That's what happens when you really step into this Strength. Wow. I like that. All right, let's clarify Judgment as the outcome. What do we have for Judgment? Spirit, tell me about, oh, wow. Well, that took no time at all flipping over. Look at that. Another major arcana, the Chariot. This could come into full effect by Cancer season, June. End of June, July energy. There's something here with blossoming second chances. Maybe that's when this travel comes in, something exciting, maybe a move. Okay, forward action. This is the card of triumphant success. The Chariot is a powerful energy here, especially when it comes to direction in your life, right? When it comes to direction, this is a strong energy of drive and success. And I just feel like there is something quite exciting coming in here for you. And that's part of the second chance. Okay. Definitely a lot of movement, excitement by Cancer season. Judgment energy here is Scorpio as well. We have the Tower, Aries energy, Strength, Leo, High Priestess here, Cancer. So we have a lot of signs coming out here. So basically you could be calling in or attracting anyone, but let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. Also pay attention if any of those signs are your rising or your moon as well. All right, what do we have here, please, for Virgo? March 2024, March 2024. Okay, thinker. Yeah, you're thinking a lot about things. It's card 44. Some of you could be 44. When you add that up, what's it equal? 8. It's the card of the Strength, right? So you're thinking things through at this time because I feel like you don't want to necessarily be impulsive. You don't want to make a wrong move. You want to try to trust in your intuition and your heart. But I think that you're just coming up with a strategy, and there's nothing wrong with that, Virgo. You are a strategizer. This is being analytical and logical. But love isn't logical, right? But when you choose a partner, it is good to have things in common other than desire. This is a time to weigh the pros and cons of your partnership. If there is enough common ground, go for it. If not, there are other fish in the sea. Don't force it to work. And should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Now is not the time to indulge in fantasy. No matter what, in this case, the facts are the facts. Wow, that's pretty intense. The facts are the facts here. I'm going to read the prosperity message because some of you, yes, there is going to be some change coming in here. And you might be suffering from analysis paralysis. Thinking has its place, but trying to figure everything out logically isn't going to work right now. Your conclusions will likely be faulty, and you may act upon false assumptions that will get you in a jam. That's why you have the Knight of Swords in reverse, okay? Because you don't want to bring about more chaos because of false assumptions, because of overthinking. Okay, that's an important message here for some of you. Give your mind a rest. Do something creative. Exercise, meditate. Soon you'll come to your senses and an aha moment will bring new clarity. And I see that happening for you. The High Priestess is the aha moment. She's going to have clarity here on the path forward. So definitely Tower bringing in a choice for you to make with that Two of Wands energy. But I see here that you are thinking things through, but it's important not to act rationally, or excuse me, too irrationally, okay? Let's get a message here from your crystal spirits. And at this time, Virgo, I just ask if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Nice big breath. Hold it for as long as you can. And exhale with a nice loud sigh. And with your eyes still closed, please tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first gemstone or crystals that show up in your mind's eye. Now, perhaps your crystal is holding a specific shape, form, color, frequency. Maybe you know the name of the crystal or gemstone in your mind's eye. Perhaps it's giving off a frequency of unconditional love, stability, transformation, or even a grounding energy. This could be a crystal that you're currently wearing, holding, or it's within your reach. There is no right or wrong answer, Virgo. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your crystal in the comment section below the video. Even if you don't know the name, drop the shape, the color, what you are feeling. It could be one that you see coming up. It could be one that is here to help guide you on your journey, even if it's not the same as the one we see here in a moment. Just drop it in the comment section. I personally will enter you into that free reading giveaway. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. Okay, you have citrine, one of my favorites. I love citrine. You can see citrine showing up right here. And then we have Numite, card 38, Numite. And this is an interesting rock around grounding energy. Some of you may be 38, or that could be a significant number for you. Maybe you're born on the 17th, but citrine is the stone of abundance, and it can really work with our solar plexus and our sacral chakra as well. But the one that I'm attracted to, or going to read to you here, is the Numite. This is the stone of self-mastery, inner power, and recovering your sense of self. Evidence of progress can seem elusive at times, but when Numite spirit appears, it's a sign that you might be underestimating how far you have come. Like I said, if this is you on this climb, That's no easy feat there. That's not an easy task. It almost feels like all odds, right? You got to be a mastery of rock climber to get to that level. It is a sign that you might be underestimating how far you've come. Our minds are conditioned to pay attention to the negative and overlook all that is good in our lives, including the results of your efforts over time. You may have received a big blue ribbon, may not have received a big blue ribbon or parade in your honor, but the universe acknowledges and celebrates all your hard work mastering your fears. Make peace with the part of yourself that tells you that whatever you do, it will never be good enough. You are developing mastery, and there will be times when you feel as if your progress is slow and inadequate. But you are called now to acknowledge that you have indeed persevered. You've learned much and you've not given up. Doing so will help you to stay the course rather than veer off track. Be gentle with yourself as you master the challenges you always seem to overcome somehow. You are getting better at this thing called life, Virgo, at building healthy relationships and prosperity, and at knowing and loving as much as the conscious universe does. Give yourself credit and keep practicing. We are all learning, and Numite Spirit is here to tell you that the universe is watching and so very proud of you. When it comes to your relationships with others, building trust and intimacy is a process. And this has been a common theme amongst all the readings. If I didn't mention it already, trust and intimacy is a big thing in the month of March, right? Practice leads to results. For repetition, develop skill, just as you engage in a dance with a partner. Leading and following, stay present in the moment, listening to signals and cues and being clear about what you need and desire. Yes, toes will get stepped on and here and there, but it's how you and your partner deal with the inevitable missteps that allow you to develop a closeness that can stand up to even the biggest challenges. Practice, practice, practice. And soon it will be second nature to express yourself in your relationships in ways that reflect your highest aspirations, for how you want to show up for others and what you want to experience. Cultivate love through practicing being loving. And we see that showing up with the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups, right? Practice. So Numite feels very sacred, right? It carries the vibration of a wise elder or teacher, which I love because you have the High Priestess showing up here for you as well. So when we are ready, this stone will assist us in diving down into the very depths of ourself in order to unearth and reclaim the lost or buried parts of us. It encourages us to embrace and integrate the neglected pieces of who we are. It helps us step into our power and once again know ourselves as the perfect beings that we've always been and that we always are. I love this one for you. It's not one that comes out very often, I have to admit. You may want to write that down and do some extra research or digging yourself. If this is resonating for you so far, and some of you may be fearing the Tower, which the Tower is much needed transformation. It allows you to honor that self-mastery, right? What you've come here to learn. It's part of your soul's growth and soul's evolution. And I feel like you're strong enough to overcome anything that you've gone through. You are powerful beyond measure. And this stone helps you remember who you are and where you've come from. All right, last but not least, let's get a message from your soul's truth, Virgo. What do we have for Virgo? What does your soul want you to know? And action steps that you can take to help you in matters of the heart. All right, what do we have here? What excuses am I making right now? No more waiting. There will never be a good enough time. The time is now. The Tower is a now card. The Tower isn't, in 5 months. The Tower isn't in 5 weeks. The Tower is right now. And that's what we see here. Today's soul action. If it's important enough to you, you will find a way. Today, make a decision and do it. Even if you don't feel ready, listen to your heart and you will be led. You have a lot of that heart energy here as well. With the Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, we have exciting situations. I feel like the future is so much brighter, so much more exciting once you get through whatever this is here going on, right? You've already gone through the worst of it, actually, with the Ten of Swords in the foundation. So it's time. It's time for you to open yourself up and really let love shine through you. Because remember, you are love. When you remember where you come from and who you truly are, you don't have to go searching externally. No more waiting. There will never be a good enough time. The time is now. Beautiful. That is what I have for you, Virgo. I hope it resonates. I hope it was helpful. I'm also getting a couple messages here around greenery, plant life. Some of you may even have a greenhouse, or you may be thinking about getting some new plants. I'm hearing it's important to not overwater. Don't overwater your plants. I know that's very specific, and a lot of times it can be underwatering, right? Or not getting enough, but some of you may be overwatering, or perhaps you also need to replant because you could have an animal that gets into a plant. Again, very specific. Please take it as it resonates. And I'm also getting here, say yes. Say yes to the dress, or say yes to the trip, or say yes to the love offer. There is an opportunity coming in for you to say yes. Well, I mean, it could be an engagement, but I mean, that could be a tower. The tower could lead us to the next level, but I feel like there is an important opportune moment that is going to bring a lot of excitement. And I do see that you're going to go for it and say yes. So I love this for you, Virgo. If this resonates, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, do drop your crystal or gemstone in the comment section below the video. Thank you so very much for all of your likes, shares, supports, and super chats. Thank you so much. Lots of love.